This segment is all about the practice of feeling good, how to upgrade your thinking and live a feel good life. Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial, and joining me on this segment is Fletcher Ellingson, best-selling author, here to talk about his book, The Practice of Feeling Good. Fletcher, congratulations on the accomplishment, hitting #1 on Amazon in several categories, and welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks so much. And I appreciate your help along this journey. It's been outstanding.
My pleasure. Fletcher, who should read this book and what inspired you to write it?
Yeah, good question. So I wrote this book basically for any demographic, but is primarily targeted for people in their 30s and up, because in our 30s, we've got some experience under our belt, and we begin to ask a question like, is there anything more than this? Or how can I feel good more of the time? Why am I unhappy, or why am I feeling dissatisfied, or what's getting in my way of getting to that next level? So it's for people who are asking those questions and just want to feel better in their life.
Ultimately, Fletcher, what do you want your readers to really be able to take away from this book?
Yeah. What I want my readers to take away from this book is that those dreams that you've had, those visions of what life could be, they are a reality. Those visions, those dreams, they were given to you, which means you can execute on them. You can create them. They can be a reality. But frequently what happens is that we get so caught up in life, just trying to survive, that we kind of give up on our hopes of thriving and creating, a really feel good life. And so what I want you to know is there's a very simple methodology for creating an incredibly powerful living experience.
One of your chapters is titled, Can I Really Rewire My Brain? And I
Yeah.
know the subtitle of your book is, upgrading your thinking to live a feel good life. Tell us more about rewiring your brain.
Yeah, so we know now more than ever that the brain is plastic, meaning it has the ability to change itself. It has the ability to adapt. It has the ability to reorganize the circuitry. So for a long time, people thought the brain was a fixed organ. Like once you're hit 26, you're done. You're not going to really, you can learn more information, but your character is solidified. So you're not going to really deviate from that. We now know that that doesn't have to be the case. We can change the way we think. And in order to change the way we think, it requires new neural pathways. And the beautiful thing that we know now is the brain can create new neural pathways. It can create what I call new programming. And your brain will only run the existing programs that it currently has. So if you have outcomes in your life that are not to your liking, they are a direct result of the existing programming. So in order to produce a radically new outcome, it will require a new program. And so this book is all about how to set up that new programming.
I absolutely love that. It gives me hope.
Yeah, exactly.
You have such tremendous chapters on here, titles, about like feeling good, gift and fear, overcoming failures, and about your values and gratitude. Of all of these topics, what is your absolute favorite topic in the book?
Oh man, that is a tough one.
Is that kind of like asking who your favorite child is?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. But I love the chapter called Life's Magic Wand. This is a direct path to how we create our life, whether we know it or not, because we're always creating our life. We're always generating. We're always manifesting. We're always building. What we want to begin to understand is, at its core, how are we accomplishing that? Because this isn't something that we're taught in schools. So I think when the reader gets the impact of this chapter, they're going to be, whoa. It's like it's like you suddenly get a magic wand for creating your life very powerfully. And then I think the other one that I really enjoy is how to transform resentment. And that is because I love that, because there's a lot of resentment in the world. We deal with resentment in our relationships, in our intimate relationships, with people that we don't even know, with the government, with organizations. And that resentment, it cuts us off from making progress. It cuts us off from understanding other people. It creates division. And so in our world, more than ever, we need unification. We need compassion. We need relatability. And so this chapter deals exactly with how to create that.
I couldn't think of a more invisible enemy if anyone was looking for it than resentment.
Yes.
Fletcher, what led you to this work? It's such an incredible book, very impactful. What led you to this work? How did you get started to begin with?
Yeah. So great question. My whole journey began when I was in third or fourth grade. We had a speaker that came to my elementary school, and we all assembled in the gymnasium, and his name was Wayne, a guy with big red hair. He came in and he was speaking, and I'm sure he had a lot of wonderful messages that day, but two stuck with me. And they stuck with me because he gave every child a 3D sticker, not 3D, a reflective sticker that I put on my bed frame. And that sticker said, have a great, or start your day with PMA, positive mental attitude, and expect something wonderful to happen. And Mark, the cool thing is that gentleman is still living. I believe he's in his late 80s, early 90s. And I just sent him a copy of my book. So bringing it full circle. And I said, hey, Wayne, thanks for the message some, 45 years ago.
That is going to absolutely blow his mind. I can't even imagine receiving something like that and even thinking back how you may have inspired that at such a young age.
Exactly.
That's terrific. Fletcher, is there anything that I didn't think to ask you that you feel is important to share with listeners now about your book?
Yeah, I would love to just reiterate that the life you want, the feel-good life you want, is possible. The tools in this book here will allow you to mend relationships, to create the business of your dreams. It will allow you to create the health and fitness and vitality that you want. Anything is possible when we begin to deliberately create the thoughts that we want to have that are in alignment with the outcomes that we want.
For folks tuning in right now, how can they get a hold of you and also get a hold of your book?
Yeah, you bet. Go to FletcherEllingson.com or thepracticeoffeelinggood.com. You can get a hold of me there, grab a copy of the book on Amazon.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Fletcher, this has been terrific. I absolutely appreciate you coming on and sharing with my audience today, and I wish you continued success for you and for your book and for all of your clients.
Right on. Thank you, Mark.
That was Fletcher Ellingson, best-selling author of The Practice of Feeling Good, How to Upgrade Your Thinking and Live a Feel-Good Life. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.